Hello and welcome back to Flowing with Angels. Thank you so much for being here with me for another angel message and angelic symbol. In this video we are joined by the mystical and powerful Archangel Orion, and he has chosen the symbolism of the spider web as additional guidance to his message, which is a very season-appropriate symbol as we have just entered autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere, where our gardens are buzzing with active spiders weaving their elaborate webs. However, all of these angel messages are timeless and will hold significant guidance for you whenever you come across them. For personal angelic guidance, I would like to refer you to my website, flowingwithangels.com. Let's explore the symbolism of the spider web first, and then take a look at Archangel Orion's message for us. As autumn is the active season for most of the larger species of garden spiders, we see more and more beautiful webs glimmering in the moisty air between the color-changing and leaf-shedding plants and trees. These magnificent pieces of natural architecture represent creativity, inventiveness, patience, and perseverance. A spider's web is a wonderful display of carefully woven strands that connect together to catch dreams and desires. For the spider, the fruit of its dreams is a meal, but we can weave a metaphorical web with the same energy, intention, and expectation as the spider, aiming for much higher goals and manifestations. The spirit of the spider teaches us how we can navigate through the raggedy and frayed threads of life and creatively weave a web of safety, balance and comfort for ourselves, using our talents, skills and inner magic and pulling them together as a cohesive whole. The important lesson that comes with weaving such a web is that we maintain our patience and do not rush the process. The spider recognizes the importance of both the light and the darkness, guiding us to walk the thin line between our ego and our true spiritual self. A spider web, shaped like a mandala, can also be a wonderful tool to help us find our center point and true focus in life. Let's listen to Archangel Orion's words of wisdom for us. My dear ones, how fortunate to visit you at this time of year, the season of autumn in the Northern Hemisphere, in which nature is holding a big clear-out of what has been and starts to prepare for what is to come in later months. I, Archangel Orion, bring to your attention the spider web, one of the wonders of nature, designed as a practical tool for the spider to catch its prey, but for you to observe as a masterpiece of creativity, skill, and patience. Each thread carefully connected to the other to form a magnificent geometrical pattern. If you imagine dots on the places where the strands are merged together, they are the crucial turning points that lead to the ultimate design. Metaphorically, they represent your moments of choice and intention in the web of your thoughts and vibrations with which you manifest your tangible reality and results. The quality of your web determines its effectiveness in catching your bounty, or better said, turning your thoughts, dreams and desires into tangible outcomes, experiences and physical matter. Hesitation and disbelief leave holes in your web. Lack of motivation and perseverance leave your web unfinished. And the absence of focus and imagination ruin the design of your web. So at this time, I have chosen to bring you guidance on how to weave your unique, personally designed and high-quality web with which you will harvest results when the energies are speeding up again and nature comes out of its period of rest and recuperation. Let this wonderful season of soft light and increasing darkness inspire you to examine the way in which you have been weaving your webs and to hone your skills and enhance your creativity to become better and better at it as time progresses. I would like to use the 3 stars of the constellation of Orion as inspiration for you in this message. When you gaze at the night sky, look for these stars and remember my guidance for you. Constellations of stars are like giant geometrical spider webs as well. Their presence in the cosmos are significant for life on Earth as they bring wisdom, high vibrational energy, and healing to your planet. The universe is alive and buzzing with the beingness of countless energy forms that hold immense interest, love, and care for each and every one of you. Just like your planet Earth possesses the right conditions and energies to help you to thrive, so does the sky above and the endless universe beyond your protective atmosphere. I encourage you to look up to the heavens more often and let yourself be strengthened and comforted by the knowledge that there is a constant gaze and focus upon you and that your existence does not go unnoticed. In fact, there is an eager awaiting of your requests for connection, cooperation, and co-creation. Many of you are so preoccupied with the details of your earthly life that you miss out on this opportunity to expand your vision and broaden your horizon. I, Archangel Orion, have come to point this out to you with great love and enthusiasm. The first metaphorical star that is here to shine a light in the darkness and confusion for you is the star of clarity and discernment. When you are in a state of crystal clear clarity, it is much easier for you to use your discernment on what is valuable and worthy to keep in your life and what is slowing you down and needs to be released. Leaving behind what is familiar to you takes courage and strength, because human beings hold great loyalty to what they have perceived and experienced through their senses, even if it does not serve them anymore. The tangibility and realness of it gives a false sense of security, simply because you have not developed and strengthened your connection to the world of energy, which is just as real as your 3D reality, but requires different senses and skills to be perceived and recognized for its tremendous benefits for your existence on planet Earth. True clarity comes when your human vision, through your eyesight, is backed up by your spiritual vision, which arises when you make room for it. When you take away your gaze from what you observe with your eyes, and all the thoughts, opinions, emotions, fears, and distractions that accompany it, and sink into the stillness of your soul. Visualize visiting the star of clarity in a state of meditation, and leaving behind your life and all its cares, obligations, and pulls on your mind for a short while, only to come back refreshed and filled with new inspiration and knowledge, which will help you to see the forest for the trees and will instigate a clear out of all that is undesired and obstructing your path, just like nature clears out the old in this season of change and transformation. Once you have obtained this new sense of clarity, the light of the second star comes to your aid, which is the star of dedication and commitment. Dedication and commitment are strengthened by your belief and expectations that your endeavors and new ways of being are going to bear fruit, even if along your path you cannot yet see the full results and manifestations. Unseen opportunities are forming beneath the surface, or rather in the ethers of the universe, in the world of energies, and growth is taking place. In autumn, nature seems to die off, but in fact there is a rebirth brewing, because new life will return brighter and stronger than ever before in the spring. Nothing you do or say or think goes without consequence, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem to you. All are energy forms and are picked up by and heard by the metaphorical senses of the universe, or the universal laws, as you might say. Acts of dedication and commitment are a summoning and directing of energy, and the more you feel that you can master your own powers of energy and trust in the response of the universe, and most importantly, the benevolence of the universe and the beings of love and light, the easier and more natural it will be for you to act upon your newly found clarity with diligence and devotion. Thus you now bathe in the light of the third metaphorical star, the star of continuous focus and belief, where anxiety and stress that used to distract you make way for hope and faith, and your actions gain momentum, showing new light on your horizon. Maybe you cannot fully see it at first, but you start to feel it, and you allow yourself to receive the gifts that are showing up in your life. The third star guides you to follow your heart and the impulses that are clear as day to you, and to keep taking small steps towards your goals. Patience is key here. Remember the symbolism of the spider web. You are carefully building a web to catch your desires and turn them into tangible manifestations. You cannot force or rush the process. You must allow everything to fall into place naturally and with ease to reach the highest outcomes. Even when you feel like you are fully ready and prepared and have done all the work, you still need to sit quietly for a while, like the spider who is waiting for its prey to arrive in its web. This time is not wasted. No time is ever wasted. It provides you with the opportunity to take a step back, to breathe, and to attach from the outcome. It prevents you from becoming too eager and impulsive, but instead it gives you the opportunity to just be, observe, and listen for a while in a relaxed and receptive state, and indulge in the wonders of your own powers of creations when you look at the web you have created. You know that no matter what you will catch with it, the making of it will confirm your magnificent creativity, your skills and talents, your natural gifts. No two webs are the same. Your web is one of a kind. It is yours and yours alone, and it is a testimony of the beauty of your soul and your own unique design in this lifetime. I, Archangel Orion, bless you, and once again invite you to reach for the stars, to let yourself be guided by the stars, and bathe in the beautiful healing light of the stars, my beloved ones. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your love and support for this channel. I wish you a wonderful week. Until next time, namaste.